Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Good evening. We are here for it. It is week 3, day number 4 of the Meseeks Sweat League. As always, it's your boy Verdict on the ones and twos. With me tonight, looking dapper as hell, fresh. What's good? It's default. How you doing tonight, homie?
Great, man. Good to see you back in Verdict. I'm excited. Week. Hopefully things will go smooth this time. A little bit of hiccups last time. We're back on track and be a good match to kick the night off with. Who are you picking for the with this one?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a toss-up. This is a stage 3, contender matchup. Obviously, both of these teams are going to be competing over the weekend to, make it to that top 8 spot to get a bid at a stage 4 light. And obviously, they both have developed and improved and, gotten better over the time. I just don't know if I can pinpoint it. Of course, it's upper echelon, aka cold shower, and UD dysfunctional, aka the Goofy Goobers, as we've come to know and love. So on the agenda for the night, it does look like we've got that one, and then we got 2 other ones. As I was taking a look at the schedule, it's Wicked and Yo Mama next, and then for game number 3, hold on, let me just take a look, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really get a scouting report. I just kind of aced it for that. There we go. It's Meseeks and I Titans. There we go.
Okay, so the tribe NYSLM is going to be done by Lene.
Yeah, Tribe and NYSL Mayhem were supposed to play tonight, but we are actually not going to be able to get to see that one. It is apparent that Mayhem didn't want to play tonight, so they forfeited. Tribe are going to get the automatic bid for that game, going to get the points off of it, and nonetheless, still some interesting ones to come.
I want to see that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sim's never won the type to put his team in the spotlight whenever there's a big tourney like right around the corner. And if it's not starting this weekend, maybe we start seeing Mayhem today, but that's not the case. We see Mayhem and Tribe play at some point on Saturday or Sunday, if not before then, if it does start tomorrow as projected. It says 8 p.m., but when I was talking to Marshy, he's always been the type that, keep it real. He's like, yeah, every time it's always started like early in the mornings on Saturday, like around 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, I say early in the mornings. That'd be 11 o'clock for me, but you get the picture.
Yeah, it's a full day event. Excited for it. Champs, I'm hyped. My team's playing it. I mean, obviously we're not a contender list, guys, but it's always give it your best shot and see what we can do. We do have one Mold Mayhem playing team, so Bagyad is on our team. It's pretty cool.
There we go. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be casting it with Bobby and Dave, so we might be in the room with you guys. I don't know if you got a chance to check out the EU action, but bro, Saturday and Sunday was lit. We started at like 4 a.m. my time, and we didn't get done until 4 p.m. in the afternoon both days. So let me tell you, it was something else, man. It was like timing wise, it was pretty rough, but at the same time, it was such a fun event to be a part of, and the fact that they were able to actually get us in there to spectate and show everybody the skills and whatnot you get to see in stage 3 has never been done before. It was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, awesome, actually. You get some kind of teams playing. It's not just the pros. You get to see some other teams with a little more exposure. I find it adds excitement. More people included. So that being said, live away for a second, but I have the prediction for tonight. I'm guessing Dysfunctional is gonna take matchup, although I expect it to be very.
All right, we'll have to see how it happens. I'm taking a look at the best 5. It's going to be Dysfunctional and Upper Echelon. We're going to start things off with a hardpoint takeoff. Followed by Slums, Search and Destroy, Hacienda, Control. Raid, Hardpoint if we get to see it again. Is it Hardpoint Santa? Oh, I got sold a dream, bro. I literally am looking at the best 5, and I am looking at it visually, and it's not the same as what we're actually seeing. That's on me. It's Hardpoint Standoff, Search and Destroy, Slums, Hacienda, Control, Raid, Hardpoint. So everything's right except for the takeoff. Come on, Ghoul. Get your head out of your goal. There we go. Standoff, not takeoff. Takeoff was banned. There we go. It looks like there was just some miscommunication on the flip of it. So, nonetheless, we're here for it. I think we're geared up for our first series. And based off the map, I know you want to make a prediction, so I got to hear from you. Who are you rolling with here? Who are you expecting to perform the best?
I said Dysfunction is going to win this matchup in particular. It's going to be close, but I'm going to give them the guessing in 4 or 5 map.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You're cutting in and out a little bit, so I don't know if your mic's close enough to your face or whatnot. Go ahead and peep it to make sure, because I don't want anybody to miss out anything you say right here as we jump into the game number 1. And it's that hardpoint standoff. We are going to go ahead and fire it up as we do see two Stage 3 contending teams battling it out here tonight. We're getting a little bit of a sneak peek of what could be in the later portions of that Stage 3 tournament. And right now, off the bat, it's all about P1. First to 250 obviously wins. Got to start somewhere, and this is definitely a very great one to start on.
That pressure line out of the gate really quick here. They almost all the opening kills. So, good start for them. Couldn't ask for Blur's coming in here, though. Got a couple kills, though. He gets taken down now. He's starting to pretty strong, too. He's got 2 kills still on the point here for time. Able to stay in the hill early. And sorry, pressure line with early control, and that's not something you see much. Usually just kills the toss up right from the get. But so far, our pressure still maintaining top control of the area here. Yeah, still controlling it all on the outside for Goofy Goobers. I keep calling them Goofy because their name is dysfunctional now. I keep them though. I watch them play Goofy Goobers a lot, so the name change still messes with me a little bit. MV almost gets in there, gets taken down by Pow. He's still surviving here. And yeah, man, this is quite a lead ability for his tail. This is like the most decisive P1 I've seen this map for a long. I say that as they break it now. Scrap time will go here for dysfunctional, but they're still going to be in by about 20 going into P2. Rotation made over here. Oh, being contested though, so taken down eventually. Their leg. So you'll get that gunfight. Yeah, they have the early lead and they have control of the next hill here. Side of
yeah, you can see it now. It's a tough rotation for Pengi now, as you can see the spawns out, but the 3 men left standing in the objective. Veteran leading the pack up top, 2 down low, Demons and Legacy and G's. They're going to be able to hold off the push. This is a massive P2 rotation for them, so it's all on Envy in the squad here for the UD. Washi gets the first opening frag. They're going to be able to push from both angles. They get a clean wipe. Pepe's the last one standing. He's going to get dropped. The break is full, but with Blur the only one here, and Spawn's not really being sticky, it's going to be a matter of him playing his life to the fullest. The secret push is going to come through. They got top and bottom control now, as it is multiple angles, and Legacy and Pepe are going to be able to get back on the hill. Legacy's going to be taking on Pengi, not Pepe, I'm sorry. It's going to be able to stay alive, and that's going to be enough for the last little bit of scrap time, but it's a big 1v1. Not going to matter. It is going to be Pengi picking it up. He's streaking up a little bit on a 4 combo, and a solid P2 affair, even though I got a little spicy towards the middle.
Very solid. On the flip side of things, you have Washi being 1v1 here over in P3. So as a result, dysfunction now in charge P3. They've made the rotation successfully, looking to chip away that lead that has been built up here a bit on the side of upper echelon. Starting to here, they have control of the break. Comes in very on. Wow, very little bit of that initial rotation, and just he's already up in the next hill. He has a lot of company coming out, not able to withstand for too long. Getting down, taking him back here. So Washi top window once again. He's get back. Premise was in by Pengi. Good for using that streak. Up the drone left. We'll see if he decides to try to break this hill if it's even for one. Ooh, man gets taken by Blur with a shred of health remain. Pap in the corner, finish that kill off though. Has a spare with the red anytime. Once again, this is the most highly contested hill so far in this match. Good team starting to look a little more chief come forward here. Veteran getting the annihilator for a couple. Goes down finally. And rotation started here too, and it looks like Marshall's gonna get the rotation in here once again. Starting to get a little bit better. Rotations after that second one.
Yeah, they're going to need a better rotation here. It's just a tough one. You can see it now. P4 coming down to the nitty-gritty. P3 was a big break and only about 10 or 15 points going in the side of UD. Right now, they're going to have to buckle up for a big P4. And right now, they're not even on the inside of it. It is going to be a clean wipe. There's one player left. And the last hope, it's Envy. Wins a big gunfight, but here comes the troops from upper echelon. They're going to get the break, and that is going to be absolutely massive for this upper echelon squad. They continue to grief the hill and get the break, and it's going to stick. And UD, they're just going to have to head back to the drawing boards and figure something out, because right now everything they're doing is just not working.
Man, yeah, no, honestly, right now out of the gate, dysfunction a little bit behind the ball here a little bit. Start on the side, and now we're in the middle of the game here, and almost a point lead built up here for upper echelon. Great first half out of them. We'll see if they can close it out and continue their dominance, but so far they're looking great into the game. Not what I expected. I expect this to be a super map, to be honest. The standard, both these teams have done very well at half. So I was expecting this a 200-250 game. We might well, but right now the 100-point lead built up here on the side of upper echelon looking great. Jesus has a knife in hand too. That's always huge.
Always huge now, as we can see it. P1's right around the corner. 144 to 54, and Upper Echelon's done everything as far as, you know, getting the brace, getting the rotations down. The P4 was a little bit sloppy, but when you're, you know, battling for that scrap time and getting it within, like, 25 seconds, I mean, it's absolutely just undeniable. You can see the lead is primarily in their hands, but UD starting to finally rally, and I gotta say, it's all on Bad. He's been one of the players. He's your stage 4 MVP from last year. Right now, he's not putting up the number. He's not having the greatest time, but, I mean, I could guarantee he's probably hasn't played the game for a minute, and if he has, or if he has, it could be a connection issue. This is just not his stereotypical performance. 5 and 18 now as he picks up 2 with the Annihilator, but the rotation's over. It's going to be Pingy looking to make that early one over to P2. He's going to get oust. Veteran there for the refrag, able to take down Washi. Now this is a big one because we're getting to the money hills again, and UD didn't have any luck earlier. Will they be able to hold off this push over to the P2 factory site now? Or is this going to be all in for them? As you can see, a full 60 on this hill could certainly put game away for Upper Echelon.
Yeah, certainly make comeback almost impossible. Jesus, they're trying to make the push in here because Team 2 a good lead, but Washi's the last person left now. For the side of Dysfunctional here, the last man left in this early rotation. He can hold it here, he's going to be challenged here by G second. He's going to win gunfight, big win there by Washi, and he does have control of the hill, so I think for Dysfunctional there, they got control of the P2 hill rotation here. Looking good in this one to work away this lead, and this could make things quickly. And 2 Goliaths available now. They worked in their streaks here, now 2 Goliaths available on the side here. Functional, that'll even things up a lot. So we have 3 Goliaths probably able to come into play here. This is going to be interesting for this one, bet. Not if you see how many of the bots going around at one time, but we're going to see it here. And they basically all but caught up here now. Game's even, MB comes in for a couple more there. He's just shutting off rotation of the players trying to challenge it. Again, Jesus finally takes him down, but damage done here. I think we're actually going to see a lead change. Down 100 points, just a couple points shy of it, and they've made the comeback full sense now.
Yeah, they have.
Back over now. Jesus here. We'll see how long he can hold it. He's well, it's going to be 2 and 2. He takes control of the new hill, but the lead finally comes in. It's a great job on the side of Dysfunction to make that happen. We'll see what the response is now on the side of things for Upper Echelon.
Yeah, this is a big answer back to me. Obviously, the first blood there on that big hill, and Blur already on top. He's got Big Blue. He's got the rotation, the spawns. They're locked down. Pepe and Team, they're going to be griefed on the outskirts. They're not going to even find a way to get the break past that farm area or that tractor area. Now the site is 100% in favor. The game swings in a matter of just 1 or 2 hills. P4 wasn't successful. Guess what? You pick your stakes up and you move over to the next, and you get a P1 reset and a P2, and you get a massive chunk off of both. And we've got a 40-point lead rolling into the middle half of this P3 rotation. Big Blue has been very successful. You can see Blur up top. He is man in the fort. He is not looking to give it up. And I got to say, Upper Echelon, he started the game strong, but it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Right now, they have not gained a single point since that P4 hill.
Yeah, it was 140-48 point for them, and now they're down by points here. This is an amazing comeback on the side of Dysfunctional. Just absolute run here, like 160 points to none. That's an insane dominant performance. And the Goliath in the hill now, though, that's finally up and running. He's in control of that, so that'll give them to probably get some time back here. This is a mill too, so with the Goliath in hand there, we'll see if they can hold this down and even the game up once again. We'll just see too if he decides his Goliath. I imagine to see it soon. It's getting later in the match, and you want to have it in money hill. Goliath very so well in the open, so we'll see. So soon, but Pangy, it's hard to get out of this hill. He's gonna be dug in like a straight entrenched here. They clear out the outskirts, but he's kind of. Oh, they're out again though. So it's finally taken. They break the break. Wow. Okay, actually didn't take as much time as they would. They have the majority of the hill left and can control it once again. So continuing to roll right on through here. Function a little bit of a contest there where he shot once again. You're gonna push here. Jesus Annihilator. He's so good with that. Let's say that Blur takes him down. Probably able to close this out. Now just points we need going back to P1 should they hold danger of it. Contest coming here for Veteran. Veteran's up top waiting for his friends to help. Contest comes in to make geeks, so they're gonna get the scrap time here out of Upper Echelon, and boy, they needed that. Only 17 points from here for them to close aside Dysfunctional, so not much more close the map out. But that being said, if they get some here once again, not too far off Echelon either. They've had a rough middle of the year. They surrendered a lot of points, but this is still within grasp. They have a couple kills, only take it 2. It's still a comeback. It's not super out of range. Enough points early. Yeah. Still in this game with a chance to win it.
I got to say, a lot of this is contributing to the fact that the team of UD has actually just gotten better as the game progressed, and Upper Echelon has just not been able to handle that. As a matter of fact, I mentioned Ban statistics at one point. He was like 3 and 18. Right now, he's 16 and 26. That means Bro went 13 and 8 in the matter of the time of the middle of the game when we went through our first set of rotations. Right now, he is just absolutely cooking. It took him a minute to get ready and warmed up. Right now, him warmed up is just an absolute nightmare. As you can see, he is clearing the hill. Big kills coming through. They only need 3. It's a contest. Pepe looking for the last hope. Nobody there from upper echelon. And that is going to be it. A UD closeout. The 250 to 187, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a game 1 banger on our hands. We're moving over to Search and Destroy. This is a best of 5. We are guaranteed to see at least 3 out of these 5 games.
Man, what a comeback that was for them. Done 44 to 48, and they back and win at 250 to 180. That is an insane. You think about that's a 102-point run to 30, yeah, 33 for the opponents. That's insane. Like, that is one of those comebacks I've ever watched in COD Mobile. Right, I was heated up there. It's a negative, but what a run for him to end. And on the flip side, yeah, Pangy started the game. Pangy was 20 and 12 at a point, and then it was the end of the game there. I believe he ended 6 and 30. So the game just definitely caught up with him, and yeah, definitely gave him momentum and putting the screws to them toward that one. So we'll see how things go heading S&G. But not how I expected that one to get expected to be so streaky with one control in the early and then the middle of that, going back and forth with that strong of a performances. There was all similar score to what I expected this, about 50. Maybe a little unexpected, but something similar is what we see for the final score base.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, that's not the first time I've seen UE sell a lead like that. I mean, it wasn't like it was 200 to 38 or anything like that. It was 144 to 51, I believe. Just a hell of a comeback there for UD, and I can't really pinpoint it. Is it UD's ability to adapt in the middle of the game and just progress and get better? Or is it upper echelon just not finding a way to close it out? I mean, they start strong, but they do not finish strong. Obviously, with champs and everything moving to 250, this could be just an absolute downright devastating performance if you think about some of the games that we've seen from them in ARP in particular. Getting to 150 was easy. Right now, they're having a hard time pushing that 140, that 150 limit. Anything past that, it's like they don't have anything left in the tank. So, I mean, we'll evaluate, we'll, keep track of it, but at this moment in time, I just haven't seen them be a strong hardpoint team from the beginning to the end. I've seen strong moments. Beginning was a strong moment for them. Towards the middle, they started to reel it back in, but after, the comeback from UD started, it was just almost upper echelon not being able to compete, and that's not a good sign, especially with Stage 3 right around the corner.
Yeah, perhaps with the early may have gotten a little bit overconfident too, because definitely the UD hazing response. They played incredibly. So I don't want to take anything away from them. They've been an incredible game, great comeback part, but Upper Ash need a little bit less aggressive towards the end of that. I think towards the end of that there, they just get.
You keep cutting out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can barely understand what you're saying. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move to Stream Room 2, and I'm gonna have you join in with me and see if we can get better ping real quick. Well, maybe he can't. There we go. Can you hear me? Let me hear you now.
I can hear you. Is it any better now?
Oh, it's a lot better. Go ahead and say something for me, just continuously.
Alrighty. Well, heading to round 2 here. Actually, I'm really excited to see Search and Destroy and Slums. We haven't seen this yet in the comp scene, and Slums is a great map. I'm really happy to see it in rotation here now. And wow, this is a really strong round for UD starting out here. All to veteran. He's the last man left, so he can do the 1v5. And no Wash will finish him off, so the clean 5-man sweep to start the first round there. UD picking up right where they left off in that hard point, and they have a 1-round lead already. Very quick starting round there.
Yeah, that fixed it all. I mean, I don't know what it was earlier, bro. I literally couldn't hear anything. I could hear bare minimum. It was just, I mean, I don't know. I could barely make it out, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Very big opening round, and a second one to ensue. Jesus, big slide peek, good shots, but I saw it from the receiving end. I didn't catch it from his. I'm sure it was downright nasty. He's going to possibly get washed right here in this 1v1, but I mean, he's going to play his life, but it was just, I don't know. It was a toss-up. You got 4 players left to hold off. It ain't no way you're happening on a Panama map like this.
Yeah, no, there he goes. Blue will finally take him out. So Jesus with the only kill for his team through 2 rounds. That is not a good start for Upper Echelon. You're right, though. That quick slip was nasty. I was on Jesus when it happened, so I got to see from his perspective. It was a nasty blank scope. Didn't even see the scope in.
All right. Well, I mean, a little bit of, trouble in paradise, obviously. Oh, that's a butchered nade. Good night, bro. Look, if everything goes wrong, if anything can go wrong, it'll go wrong, guys. It's like the story of my life. Right here, it's like the story of the games that we've seen so far for upper echelon. If it is planned to go wrong, or if it could go wrong, it is going to go wrong. And right now, yet again, in a 1v something scenario, this time's a little more doable. It's a 1v3. Washi rounds the corner. Oh, my. Oh, that's tough.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
Man, oh man, Ban picking up right where he left off. 4 kills already, no deaths through 3 rounds here. He's looking good. Blur's playing well. Like, yeah, honestly, like, this has been a really strong start for UD. This is, like, already half over. You still have 3 goose eggs on the board here on the side of upper echelon going into round 4. So they got to turn this momentum around pretty soon. They're going to with a pretty much insurmountable deficit. The good thing with Search and Destroy is where it's round by round, it does allow for comebacks a lot easier. Like, you kind of have a little bit of time to breathe in between rounds. Even if you die, just, like, think for a second and recenter. I mean, it's still not a ton. There's lots of pressure still. Nice shot by Jesus as I say this. This for the second one gets taken down by Washi. It's a lot, you know what I mean? There's a little more time to breathe than there is like in hard point or control. It's like more continuous motion with those modes. Here you have a little more time to think.
Oh, it is going to be Pepe making that rotation over. Washi going to get the clean shot right there. Is trying to get the follow-up, but Legacy able to take him down. And now we're starting to mount a little bit of a reeling it back in kind of process. So obviously, you just mentioned it, taking the round slower and slower and, you know, kind of resetting after each and trying to figure out what's going on and get that communication rolling between the team. And that seems to pan out because you get in those hard points, you get in those controls, everything's just balls to the wall, 90-0. You don't have time to react. It's all about being able to respond in the heat of the moment. And right then in that hard point, I mean, they just got completely overwhelmed right here in this Search and Destroy. They're able to slow things down. The pace certainly looking a little, you know, more doable. Obviously, they've taken 3 rounds in a row where most of their team did not have kills. Obviously, Pepe sitting on a goose egg still. Pengi is going to remain on a goose egg. And then 1 and 2 apiece for Jesus and Veteran. 4 on board for Legacy. My guys picked it up with both the sniper and the throwables. I saw him with the frag grenade to open this round off. He's going to round the corner. Oh, no! Don't do it! Oh! Man.
Beautiful piece. Nice 2-piece plane to finish it out. So 4-0 for UD. They just continue to roll right over top of that rush line. The Search and Destroy. They almost had it. Pepe and Legs there with the chance for the clutch, but Blur's the one that ends up coming up with it to give his team an even bigger lead. So right now it's upper echelon needing to stop the bleeding, but see if they can get things. Usually momentum doesn't carry over this heavy from hardpoint to Search that I've seen, but so far it has. And Ban's having himself so far a pretty well played game, I would say. The Blur was 7-1. Like, what are these numbers? 7-1 for him, 5-1 for Washi. Man, absolutely dominant in all fronts there. Legacy even for his team.
Pepe finally getting on board, gets a nade shot. Did take down Blur, but couldn't prevent the bomb plant. Now, what I will say is they've got a 5v3 now as you see Legacy picking up another on the board, and that's 2. Solo able to quickly answer, though, as the lead still in favor, the advantage still in favor of upper echelon. Solo trying to hold that push off to that mid-center. Now, the bomb's been planted. It's about 27 or 20 seconds on the clock, but Jesus finally starting to get a little hot. Now, Veteran able to find shots on Solo. It's all on Washi. Can they get this bomb defused? Plenty of time for it to, you know, to make something happen. They are going to deal with Washi. No kind of problems. That is it. Plenty of time to spare. Finally, a round on board for Upper E.
Good response to them, finally. It took a little while. We'll see if this continues up, but they needed that response, and they finally get it here. It's still down by 3 rounds, but now you get 1 round under your belt. Maybe you put the past opening behind you, and just you're able to play it round by round now, and hopefully get back in this. See if they can go. Jesus starting to look a little more comfortable with the looking around here. He seemed a little bit timid in those first couple of rounds, like not moving much, just like holding angles. Oof, man, Washi gonna pick him off through the smoke to start this round. Nice shot by him. A lot of snipers out on this map. Search and Destroy has become a very heavily sniper-based game, and not that it ever hasn't been, but I find now there's just so many good snipers in the game. Like every team has 1, usually 2, sometimes 3 good snipers, especially at this level. I see a lot of sniping.
Yeah, there we go. As trades are in, it's 30 seconds on the map or on the clock. It is 2v3 here to make it a 2v2. Washi just cleaning the heads off, nice. Man. Put him on a swivel. My guy's not missing. Pepe, the last hope here. The sniper in his hand. 18 seconds. He's going to go ahead and hop the defuse. Washi looking to get over here. Is he going to make it in time? He is not. The time expires. It's been defused. And a big brain play. 200 IQ. If you're not a veteran in the game, you obviously pause a moment. You try to figure out if I can do this. You got to figure out where he's at and how long it's going to take. Look, my guy hopped it so quick. Washi stood no chance. Right here, he's going to burn the grenade right there as it does explode. And he's like, whoa, hold on now. Nonetheless, Washi Not able to get there in time, and a big play from Pepe to put 2 on board as we flip sides. Bomb's down, not actually planted. It is going to be the drop. And you can see Pepe able to recover it now as it's a 3v4. Still a doable round here for Upper Echelon.
Yeah, definitely. They're defending too. There it is, evened up now. The trade comes right away though. Envy will get that back. It's kind of neat to watch Envy and Band as they've, as like left Tribe here. They're on a different team now. It's kind of neat to watch them as they work their way back towards being on a #1 team. They definitely have the experience now, and they've played really well. Like they've turned this team like dysfunctional. I mean, there's a lot of good players on this team, but like it's just kind of cool to see them end back up so close to the top once again. And Blur's been an incredible add, and so is Washi, and so like it's all a great bunch of players. Every team is. But it's just kind of cool to watch their growth. I've enjoyed watching them a lot.
Oh!
So, okay, there we go. And Blur gets a nice 2-piece to finish that off. That was sick. Not gonna lie, that second one especially. Did you see that?
I did. I saw the first one. The first one was perfectly lined up. The second one, it's like he got that one. I mean, I don't know how else explained. The flick was just perfect. If there was ever a question of what the abilities are of Blur, my God, my vocal expression would have just told you right there. I was just in absolute awe. The rotation through Pingy, able to make it successfully in, but the bomb plant is going to be held off. No, it is 2 for 2s now as Blur just continuing to do his work. My guy is unstoppable. We'll see if it can continues out as 30 in, but there it goes. Washi with another one. It's Pingy, and they've got 19 compared default. 19 between the two of them.
That's a ton. And Blur with 11, obviously, leading the charge. Yeah, Washi only 2 deaths as well. This is insane. Like, the whole team's just playing, like, those two especially are carrying hard, but Envy the only one in the negatives even. It's a very solid performance halfway through the Search and Destroy. 6-2 now for, man, a map point already, so you're looking at a lot of pressure in Upper Echelon to try to get this thing back to an even series. They'd have to win 5 rounds in a row. We're against 4 to even things up, because we have overtime now, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, if we see 4 rounds in a row, we could definitely see some overtime. You obviously got to win by 2. That was a huge thing over the weekend. We didn't get to see too many games go the distance. We saw a few go to, past that marker of overtime, but he, slowly crept back in as the game developed. But right now, it's First Blood. It's going to be Banned. The Demon himself, man, is an entry frag. He's all the way up. He has no worries, no fears. It's going to lose out on Envy now as this duo is going to be dropped now as they were holding the middle of the map. Certainly going to get the refrag really quick. Washi going to find one as well. And here we go. It's 2 players left. For all the marbles. It's either you go down 2-0 or you fight back in the Search and Destroy. It is not looking good so far for the side Upper E.
Oof, nice movement, but not enough. Battering goes down. Battering gets 2-piece there. Beautiful, and Wahashi's going to finish him off. And after that beautiful 2-pace, look like he might make a run to that round, but they get closed out here. So 7-2. Really decisive map there for Dysfunctional. After those first couple hills there on that first map, it's been all Dysfunctional rather. They just dominated the last half of the first map and the entirety of this map. The Upper Echelon had a hard job getting anything together for momentum in this particular run. So looking really strong. This is big map 3 for them. And to be honest, I haven't actually watched Dysfunctional play Control much yet, so I'm not really sure how they rank as a controlled team, but they're very strong in hardpoint. And I'd say it's the strongest move from what I've seen of them. And Search and Destroy here tonight looks, honestly, a lot more decisive than I expected it to as well. They're looking like they're well up for chance.
I would say that their Search and Destroy is better than their hardpoint. And I'm not saying that because I think they're a better Search and Destroy team. I think that because the talent that is put together on this roster, Solo's a demon. He didn't even have to do very much. Ban, he's a demon. He didn't have to do much. These are what you know are known as like your aggressive players. When your aggressive players aren't having to pick up 10, 15 kills to get the job done because you got 2 sniper talents in Blur and Washi who are just absolutely railing every round, it is so difficult for the opposite team to, get into the groove of things. On the flip side of things, you got Jesus, you got Veteran we've seen put up some phenomenal performances, but Pepe and Pingy, they have been solid on respawns altogether. Legacy's a GOAT in all 3. I don't know if he's got a poor point or a bad point on him. Obviously, I don't
think so.
I don't think he does. I think every game mode is his game mode. On the flip side of things, you got specialty players in the mix, and then you've got players who do well in other game modes, like Hardpoint. Obviously, they didn't start too strong. It took them a moment to get rolling. But once they did, and they started to figure out what was going on, by that time, Upper Echelon didn't know what hit them. And that was the Hardpoint game in a nutshell. So, big 7-2 performance. They start strong. They finish strong. UD, they have not been questioned yet. They have rose to the occasion. They have rise to the challenge. They have not backed down. They're looking at a perfect 3-0 flawless sweep here against Upper Echelon. And Control is going to be the last game we'll potentially see of this series. And we're not even going to waste anybody's time. We're going to go ahead and move right over to Hacienda. It is going to be the last game potentially of this UE and UD matchup. Hacienda Control, baby.
I think it's kind of interesting that Jesus has been known as one of the better snipers in the game, but I think I've noticed this a lot too. Like a lot of times he plays now, I watch. I think his opponents have studied him a fair amount because they oftentimes avoid the lanes that he goes in first. They'll do like, just peek pops on it a lot. Like he's been so proficient that like he uses the same tactics for so long, but people have adjusted, I think, to an extent. Like you feel what I mean? People have caught up with their sniping skill, and now it's more even. Very cautious approach for both teams out of the gate here. One pick on each side. A, obviously the point that you're gonna probably focus on first. This is a very slow map for Control, to be honest. I think we're going to see a very stealthy kind of elimination-based gameplay on this map.
Yeah, if you're the attack, the best strat here is to, not so much sell to get that A side to extend the game. It's so much about playing your life to the fullest and extending it, in ways of doubling on that B side push. And you can already see it. Pingy gets the right idea. He's going to overextend, though. As you can see, he does take that challenge at the bottom side of the warehouse and absolutely pays for it. Right now, it's only a 1 life lead, so it's very close. Progress on both sides now is no. It's just a defense clearing off that B. There's no progress there. One person in Veteran looking to make the transition up top. So 3 kills on board for him. Right now, it's an even ball game and only 30 seconds left. There's a little bit of a time crunch now if you're Upper E and you start to feel that pressure. Got to make a move, and you got to make it quick.
Yeah, and again, too, UD with the preferable side of things starting out, defense being the easier side, statistically speaking, when it comes to every COD game so far. So, but this is a very even round so far in terms of lives. Just a 2-life lead here. We're only 14 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be really tough for him to make anything happen here. Veteran tries to get it done, but he had so little health left. Doesn't survive that for very long. Time starts to tick once again. Only 10 seconds left. So despite the fact that almost half the lives remaining, time becoming the enemy here, which I guess we kind of expect to see in a larger map like Hacienda. And I think that's going to be the turning factor at the end. Only a few seconds, 3 seconds now, down to 2 seconds. Veteran hops to the point, trying to get that first tick mark off. He's contested, though. Gets some support from up top. He's still on point. Gets finally taken down there by Solo. They're contested once again, though. And then the time's finally going to start rolling again. Legacy not quite able to hop on time. He gets gunned down. And that'll do it. First round goes there on the side of UD. They continue to roll through. The momentum's still on their side. We'll see if that changes now. Team switch side. May go back to defense for the side of Upper Echelon now. We'll see if that evens things out a bit here. But
yeah, we're going to need a big round here. I mean, obviously, you can't go down 2-0 into Control and, have a starting round like that where you don't get any progress on either point. That's an L. I mean, obviously, that momentum is highly in favor of UD based off the way they've been playing in the first 2 games. But at the same time, you've got to dictate and control the pace regardless of how you're feeling or how you think you're playing or what the scenario is. You're down 2-0 in a series when you start to, get things to click back in your favor, right? You got to start somewhere, and it's got to be on this defense right here. It's 1 life lead in favor of UE. That's actually going to be an even trade now as 2 for 1 comes through. Pingy's going to be able to get the refrag, but progress already on the A side, and we already seeing a little bit of kinks in the defense.
Yeah, a few kinks in the defense, but still a pretty evenly traded out at this point. And I think with this map too, like you can play a pretty patient defense. Like until the offense pushes something, you really can kind of just sit back and play relaxed. There's enough space for it. There's not really any particular long range points where they can pick you off from your spawn either. So it's kind of a good map that you can sit back defense and play things at a more relaxed pace. And like once again, we see the similar kind of thing. No progress really on either flag, and just shot for shot. The life count not really varying too much, and no ticks completed yet. Although A is about to go its first tick mark on it here, I think. Legacy guy tried to prevent it. He's unable to. Envy's going to gun him down. So UD here starting to work away at this A site here, and it looks like they might actually get a chance to capture it. You're going to see one man blur over there on the B side as well. So not quite enough for 2 ticks, but to get that first tick down. And UD still have a 3 life advantage, not much, but time's starting to become a major enemy for them. Like again, you're not even half to the lives, time's almost up already. It's a consistent thing so far between the 2 rounds we've seen.
Yeah, and right here now, you can see they all or nothing right there. The burn of the XS1 drone or whatever the heck you call it. I mean, they're investing a lot. They're trying to get barrel up for a push, but with only 5 seconds left, I mean, it's now or never, homies. Gotta hop the hill. They are going to be able to do so. Washi wins a big one. He's going to get a little bit of help from the team shots, but here comes the push from Pepe. He's going to find one, but the defense is going to be cracked. It is Blur winning 1, making 2. He's on a little bit of a burner. They might be able to extend this one. Oh, my! Blur, the double digits, 10, clears it out. They got 2 ticks. They just need that third, and they line him up. He knocks him down. He's got plenty of players to have his back right there. It is going to be a clean wipe. There's 1 player left. He's not going to be able to make it there in time. That is it. With 6 to 4 life, even if we did see that would extend, maybe it doesn't play out, but guess what? It doesn't matter. Gotta say, solid effort, but a lot better than UE. And, you know, I guess when you're the first one to go, you've got to, you know, kind of be not so creative with it. Maybe you're just holding back to see how this second round goes, and we'll see how it goes for UE as now we flip sides. They're going to be right back on the attack, and we haven't had any success yet on the attack for either team.
No, I mean, I think the only team with a perfect record on attack and control so far in this league is actually Tribe. I think every other team has had at least 1 offensive round that they have surrendered. Let's see here, Blur had quite a run toward the end of it there. That last round there, he almost got them enough to steal that, potentially get a 2-0 lead, but tied up at 1 now, and once again, you see the defense with a slight edge, a little bit more than normal this time. The trade's not quite so even to start this one. Blur pulls out the Annihilator now, trying to emphasize that point just a little bit more. No one's around to use it on, though, so up to this point, gets 1 there on Pepe, looking for more. Not really the most active area. There's 1 here on B now. Jesus is around the fence. See if you can hunt him out.
Oh.
Yeah, he gets Jesus as well. They're probably going out soon. Man, Blur's playing really well right now. Like, the way he's...
Yeah.
Of course, you have to play passive with the pass, but he's playing that, like, picture perfect, and he's not missing many shots either.
No, he's not. That's difficult. And UE obviously not able to respond very quickly there. His Legacy able to finally win a big gunfight right on the point there. As you can see, 23 seconds on the clock is going to be stopped. Blur up top. He's looking for the shots. It's going to be banned, though. He's across the hill. And now it's all the pressure here for UE. 19 seconds to perform. They are not going to get very much. And with Ban doing what he does best, just continuing to slay out, he's going to go ahead and push up. Gets a little too aggressive, but hell, with only 8 seconds left, what could go wrong? It's 21-9.
No, yeah, there's so much of an edge to this one. This is such a solid defensive round. Like, there's no doubt what the outcome of this one will be. This is the most lopsided round we've had thus far. So we'll see what the response is from UE. But this is we've seen it a few times now where the team defends first. The stronger team oftentimes will win their first 2 defenses, and then when it comes to round 4, sometimes they win the offense. We've seen this a few times now, so we'll see if that pattern continues. With the veteran they have, I wouldn't be surprised. But that being said, not really any streaks. They have the 3 operators lined up and good to go, but no streaks. So we'll see if UE can get things back to even at least force around 5 here into control. They have the defensive side, so this is your round to get things tied back up, and then you worry with the offensive round after that. You got to take it 1 round at a time. So those guys, they're going to try a B push early this time, so it's a little different approach. See if this kind of thing pays off. Veteran with the opening 2 kills here. 3 kills, oh, but 3-piece from him. Man, oh man. It's a great start from him. That's what you want to see inside of UE. That's what they needed. Something like that to start this round and give that edge. And he can go for the streaks here. He's close to it. He gets there. We go. He got the grab this, got the drone.
Oh, baby.
He's 1 away from Goliath. He keeps rolling through these guys like crazy.
Oh, he is not stopping either. Oh, my veteran is on a burner right here. 5. They have not been able to deal with him. They finally do, but the damage dealt. 6 kill advantage in favor of UE. Here comes the Predator. I'm going to be honest with you. This is, I mean, he's got full streaks. That was kind of a burn on the Predator. I guess burn it if you got it, right? If you're feeling it. 40 seconds now. I guess it's all about that in game. You're looking for a round 5. And what better way to do it than to, you know, completely stress your opponent here in this round on the defense. So, solid effort from UE and a bounce back there from a veteran himself.
Yeah, and Pangy here following the footsteps of Veteran, pushing up with his Annihilator here. Not as massive of a streak, but enough that he's still looking at a couple streaks here anyway, and 10-kill lead here. So I would say this has been a really decisive defense once again here. So UE gets it, and maybe those streaks will be enough with the Goliath available that UE can make a push here and get the series to 2-1 and force another extra map. I think that Goliath's going to be a huge piece coming into round 5. That's huge, because offense, like, you almost need that extra edge. And I never thought about that. Like, if you're trying to get an offensive round, you can save your streaks for, like, a push, you know? To try to give yourself a chance to win an offensive round.
Or if you extend the game, if somehow you find a way to extend the game, you've got, you know, a streak that could, you know, you get it and you get that A cap, or that, yeah, the A cap's easier. You get the A cap, and then you've got a Predator that, you know, if it's like 1 life that's separating the 2, you got a Predator that you can burn. You got a Goliath that you could use to get a B cap to come through. Right here, it's a B push coming in. Washi's the only man on the fort. He's going to get outnumbered and outgunned, but here comes the cavalry. It is going to be the operators being burned. UD looking to invest it all right here. It's all or nothing legacy. Last player there, but here comes the Goliath. Uh-oh. Are they going to be able to pick that Goliath up? Is that going to be Jesus being able to hop it? Is Veteran going to be able to get it? He does. This might be the traction that they're going to be able to get. Is it going to go to waste, though? This is a highly questionable play.
Yeah, it's a very open area to try to push B here with the Goliath. I guess either side, there's not really either point here that's well sheltered for a Goliath. This isn't really an optimal map for one, but that being said, I mean, it's still better than running around just without the extra mech suit, so we'll see what they can make use of it. But they're picking the kills off there. They have a couple kills lead, and this is the most, I think, chance we've seen for one of the offensive sides to win a round here. We had a really good push there in the second round out of UD, but I think this one's probably got a better chance of success with the Goliath backing it up, and they're almost completed B, which is the hard point. So I think UE has a really good chance of forcing extra map here, and I'm loving it, honestly. I'm loving watching this. The B point's down already. They got a 4-kill lead. The Goliath finally goes down, but like I said, the hard hill down and lots of time on the clock down, a couple life advantage. Envy trying to, he's guarding a little below here. No one showed up his way. He picked a good place to guard, but no one's showing up. I think UE has a good shot at this one. We'll see what they can do with the A flag, though. Drone's going to quote. Now they're going to go for the info, see what Veteran can find for his teammates. Kill lead getting worked away at. They were up by 6 at the most. Now they're tied up. So I think pretty much everyone exposed here. This should give us a feed of kills here on the side of UE. They should really get a few back here. Not happening, though, so far. Jesus,
no, it's not. It's oh, boy, that's tough. Envy right there around the corner. They are not allowing anybody to pass through the middle of the map. Pepe able to deal with the pass right there, but they're 2 in the garage that they're going to have to find a way to worry about later on. You can see Pinky's going to be able to hop the A site, and that's going to stop the clock. Here comes the smoke from Pepe. Pepe is going to be able to get 1. He's going to get 2 big shots, but again, it's the kill lead. It's in favor of UD. Thinking about the defense on this game, it has been just impenetrable on this A site. 50 seconds left. Only a 4-kill advantage for UD. UE has to slow the pace down. They got to find a way to open up this defense.
The Veteran on an absolute tear this game. 29 and 15. The rest of the team is all negative. I mean, Veteran's really been the reason this team is in this particular map right now. And with the kills getting low, he's getting this Annihilator out. Is this going to be enough for him to get an extra edge for them? They got some players back on the A side. They got control here. Veteran picks up 1 there. Down to 6 lives per team. There's going to be a close finish here. Oh, man. Not going to lie. I'm hoping for you just because I want to see that 4th map. See if Veteran get down here. 3 kills to 4 kills left. Oh, my goodness. Life count's so low. I don't like how they respawn still, though. When you play in Cold War, that's not how it is. But, like,
that's not the way it's in Vanguard either. Obviously, I think Day and I have talked about that several times. Oh my God. Envy.
Oh my God, dude.
We're getting comfortable. We can't get too comfortable. It's going to be 1 life now left remaining. Pepe looking to stay alive, but Solo, he does the deed. You were banking on a game 4. Wrong, homies. It's over in 3. UD defense just on point. They reel it back in and hot. I don't even know, bro. It was such a good start. Momentum looking promising in that first beginning of the 5th round. You know, that Goliath gets out, outgunned. Obviously, it did the deed of doing B, but where was the follow-up? There was no kind of conscious, effort in the life department. You sell a 6-life lead. You don't really get any progress on A, so there's nothing to really show for it. You allow UD to set up on the defense proper. You never really respond back. It came down to the wire, but a 2-0 in the life count, I mean, that'll tell you a little bit something. After we get that B cap to come through, you got to find a way to slow things down and find your openings. You just can't force it on control. It's just not going to happen.
You got to play your life, especially at Hacienda, like a map like that. It's slower play. Like, if you're on Summit, you can probably plow into the next hill and just brush through everything. It's basically a team deathmatch. But in a map like Hacienda, slow play, if you're passive, usually that's going to be the better approach in a map like Hacienda, where things are not a lot of long-range sniper lanes, really, and you got, again, a lot of stuff around there. It's a slower map, so I think, yeah, you're right. Controlled, slow approach would be the way to go for the second point, especially.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of got to get 1 point down early, but just not able to make it happen. It was a really good push by UE, but 3-0 for UD in the end. So, UD, I like you guys. I'm glad you won, but I wanted to see a map 4, not going to lie.
Well, hey, big shout out to the quarter coming through this back-to-back days, homie. 10 gifted subs. My guy coming through in the clutch. Glad you enjoy the content, and everybody, if you didn't get a sub, man, maybe stick around. We'll see if we can get some more out here later on. Corner's my little brother. Obviously, he's been lurking. He came through yesterday and dropped 10. He dropped 10 today. I don't know what he's got planned up his sleeve. Much love, homie. Also, at the same point, make sure you give him a huge shout-out. He doesn't come in and chat and do all the unnecessaries, but, he's here for moral support, and I appreciate it. So, Big game coming through. Obviously, we're talking about slowing down the pace. You get that A cap or that B cap coming through early on the backs of that Goliath. You've got to be able to play your life on control, especially on Hacienda. There should have been at some point a little bit of a rally. Veteran had the right idea. He put the drone in the sky. He had the bird's eye view. Nobody was ever even able to capitalize on it because once it went up, it was coming down immediately because nobody could stay alive. I just don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, man.
It's tough.
It was nuts. Like, I thought the drone promoted. I thought for sure that UE was going to get a few kills there and get that lead back for kills, but the feed just kept lighting up for UD still, and I was just, I was surprised to see that, to be honest. But Veteran with an incredible game. He couldn't have played much better. 31-17. He got the Goliath, he got the drone, he got the Pred missile, and just went ham like several different times that map. But the rest of his team again going negative, not by a large margin, but enough that he was kind of the lone star for his team, so to speak. That map, he played an incredible game. I'll hand it to Veteran. I think he was the best player in that last map there. Not to get done, but I would give him MVP if there was a vote for that.
Yeah, then I mean, other than Veteran, there wasn't really any other kind of like back end support. I mean, Veteran can be a one-man wrecking crew all day long, but in a game where you got a 5v5 on control, I mean, I'm used to watching 4v4 in Cold War and 4v4 in Vanguard, and let me tell you, if you don't have 4 contributing, if you don't have at least 3 of the 4 contributing, it ain't happening. All right. It didn't happen here. Yeah, it was a 1 of 5 effort. Pingy tried to step it up towards the end, but it was a hard sell. I mean, -10 for Legacy, -2 for Jesus, -5 for Pepe, -3 for Pingy. You got to get those guns out. You got to get those gunnies rolling early in that round. You needed to start strong. You did it with the Goliath, but it just didn't happen towards the end. So that is going to be it for our first series of the night. Undead Dream taking on Upper Echelon. They get the better of that. Dysfunctional wins 3-0, and good night. I've got to say, did not anticipate this one to end in 3, and I certainly didn't expect it to be that lopsided. I mean, obviously we saw the hardpoint. The hardpoint was solid up until, you know, the middle portion where UD just absolutely steamrolled. But after that, I mean, it was a blowout in the search. 7-2 was like, it was 100-44 at some point, 144-50, and UD just get
was the lowest score at that point.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, you get absolute beast of a performance and turnaround performance. UE just never really kind of responded to it. So we're gonna get geared up for our next series. Obviously, we've got Yo Mama and we've got Wicked coming up next, so don't go anywhere. We're gonna have plenty of action left. Is it Yo Mama and Wicked?
Sadly, there is a forfeit there, so we will not be seeing Wicked and Yo Mama, unfortunately.
Okay, so we're actually not seeing Wicked or iTitans tonight. iTitans forfeit, and that's actually it. That is it.
Oh man, I'm sad. I'm so sad.
Wow, I mean, I got amped up. I even launched. Look, I launched a freaking rocket for this, guys, and we're coming to an end early. That's a rip, bro.
Man. I'm sad. This is like two out of. I think maybe we should just hold off. Well, I guess champs are over this weekend, but like, man, kind of sad. We had only one match last night. We tried this, and only 2 tonight. Kind of slow. Yeah. Like DST is still gonna play Zygnus, but still not a lot of games coming through.
Well, hold on. Let me see. Okay, we are. Oh, hold on. Are we gonna get DST and Zygnus on the main screen, or are we gonna have it on Guildmanias? I kind of need to answer. So while we get our heads straight and get everything cool, calm, and collective, give us just a moment. We're gonna be right back and figure out what we've got going on. So don't go anywhere yet. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, you see the raids coming through. You already know what time it is. That's right. It is Zygnus versus DST. We've got a banger on our hands. It's a best of 5. And I've got to say, after the series we just saw, we are definitely thirsty for more. We only got to see 3 games out of the 5 from the upper echelon in UD. And default, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I just wasn't ready for that series to end.
No, me neither. The maps were close for maps 1 and 3. Maps 2 is a wash, but nonetheless, really good gameplay. But all 3 decisions going to the side of UD, so you have a 3-0 there and a good break in between matches. So I'm hyped for this one. I want to see some more too. Phoenix going to win this one. I haven't watched DST play a whole awful lot as of late, I'll be honest. I haven't seen them play for a while, so I'm curious to see how they're doing and watch a DST game for once in a while.
All right, we'll see how it pans out now as I was taking a look at the best of 5 and whatnot, just to kind of see what we have on our agenda. It does look like it's not quite updated, question mark. It is ready to roll. There we go. Oh my, 10 more from Corner Pro. You got to stop, man. That is 20 already tonight. Love the energy, love the vibes. Get geared up for it. It is going to be a scrappy one. Best 5, but to start us off with a standoff hardpoint. Raid, search and destroy, a summit control. That's going to be a gruesome one. Firing range hardpoint if it does go past that game 3, and then a takeoff to cap us off with DST. They've opted to ban the Hacienda map, and Zygnus, they don't want to see slums. Nonetheless, we've got a pretty solid one on our hands. Based off of what we've seen so far tonight, are we guaranteed to see this one go past a game 3?
Guaranteed, never. There's never a guarantee out who's playing. You can see 3 really close maps all go the same way. I've seen that happen quite a few times, actually.
All right, well, you know, decision maker is going to be Zygnus. Are they going to show up for the A game, or is DST going to be bringing their A game? We'll have to find out. Would have loved to have some Spanish diversity in, you know, Discord with us, but Gil, you know, obviously we're not going to make him stream one game, and we have already had a perfectly good stream running. We're only going to see one more matchup tonight. That is going to be this Zygnus and DST, and it is surely going to deliver now, as we're going to go ahead and move over into that standoff hardpoint. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. It is going to be a very, very rocky ride, as I do see both teams in the Discord as well, so we might be able to do listen-ins.
Yeah. Alright, so standoff twice in the same night started with. I'm happy to see standoff again. I like this map a lot. It's a classic. It's always a hoot. And I'm expecting to see Zygnus play the stronger game, to be honest, from what I've seen of the teams last week. And I haven't watched DST play for a long time. And yeah, Zygnus comes out early. You can get a lot of kills. They do a complete clean sweep there. Value with the duo, and so all 5 men down here. Zygnus the early controller here. Tatilo getting another one. Finally, first kill comes in there. Inside DST with Irving. But Zygnus continuing to build up those kills quick early here. Only 1 kill, 2 kills on the board now. Thanks to 1-2. With that Mac tank, straight it right away. Good start here on the side of Zygnus.
Oh, great start. I mean, you clear off the courtyard. It's a graveyard right now. They're stacking the hill. They got 3 on it. It is Depresso who's going to get taken down before even making the hill. And there is a big blue feed on the left-hand side of your screen. They'll let you know Detri able to get on board, but primarily off the rip, even in this P1, it has been a lockdown. Even though you can't find too much safety, too much cover on this first hill, you are going to see a lot of success early on. It's going to be 40-3 lead, and they're going to be able to hop the hill and get the remainder of that scrap time, too. It's going to be Tatio, the man on point, focused now for P2, and a big feed coming in. Again, it looks like DST are trying to battle it out here in the gas station, but they can't even make it past the opening front. And that is going to be a factory opening with a Goliath already in the pockets of Zy, ready to rock and roll here in P2 opening.
Man, you couldn't have a better start here on the side of Zygnus. Like, picture perfect, man. That's not 6-0 as Zy already. They're just walking all over right now. This is all Zygnus so far at the start here. DST's got nothing in the open here. They come out a little bit flat-footed here. We'll see if as the match goes on, if they can get their footing under them and maybe make a bit more of a return in this and start to compete again. But so far, Zygnus has been playing incredibly. Overshoot up top here, trying to get some kills then. Gets 2 down. The break finally comes in here, so a break for DST. A little bit of traction here in this P2. But they're already down by 60 points by the time they get their first real fraction of the match, so we'll see if they can continue it on. Still very early, lots of games
still
left,
early. I mean, hey, you got to start somewhere, right? You can't really like rely on those big money hills if you don't get the right rotations over. If you're getting outslayed, obviously streaks are going to come through, and that is primarily what we've seen in Zygnus. They have a good P1 that branches off to a P2 opening. They got a Goliath that they're going to go ahead and burn on this P3. They know if they can get a majority of this hill and get the proper setups for P4, they might be able to put this one leaps and bounds beyond, and now it's DST Still struggling to get on the board. The 29 finally now is 41. Still a gash. Can they cut the bleeding now? As you can see it, the Goliath's still up top. It is 100% fresh. It is 100% ready to lock and load.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to take that thing down. It'll probably get it in the rotation, but I think for this hill, it's going to be pretty hard for them to knock that Goliath off. They have so much health, and once they're in a confined space, they're murder to try to get rid of. Almost no one carries the FHJ in these either. Usually people don't use the launchers much. I mean, the Thumper's banned, and for good reasons, and then you just don't see people using it hardly at all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the only thing here is that you can use is pray to God that you have, you know, Annihilator in your arsenal, and I think Depresso is racking up some time. Unfortunately, they just haven't had enough, you know, to go on as far as Annihilator-wise. Overshoot, he's on a little bit of a spree. He's trying to earn some streaks here for this P4 rotation. You can already see it's on the minds of plenty of the players for Zygnus as well. As big kills on the outskirts of this P2 factory site. That is possibly going to be the compromise. We'll see where those players spawn at. As you can see, 2 more drop. Points opening up for business. The TO one-man wrecking crew trying to make something happen there, but he's going to get shut down, and so is Envoy. And this Goliath still 100% making the long track over. We're going to go ahead and queue in, see if we can get a quick listen in real quick for DST, see if they can reel it back in. We'll go ahead and tune in and see if the comms are crisp here on this P4 rotation.
Wow.
Al punto, Nix.
You know, trash can.
Güey, pero entra al punto, mamones, Nix.
Nix, pero da la cal, papi, por favor. ¿Salieron?
What?
Ustedes me escuchan. Bueno, usaron, marico.
¿Qué usaron?
All right, I'm not quite sure what happened, but everybody left the room. We're going to get an official verdict on it, but that's tough. Obviously, we joined in the VC and at the just absolute weirdest time. Everyone bounces out of the lobby almost instantly. Any clue?
Yeah, what happened? Not a clue. I didn't see any illegal items used, and too late for someone to back out because of the connection issues. So
They use Hanny.
Oh, okay. So operator bans. See, this is an L. This is where things get a bit dicey because this is not a stage 3 or this is not a champs rule, and it's more of a gentleman's agreement. So when we're in a tournament like this, it's catered towards, you know, champs rule sets. When something like this comes into play, it's an L. Right now, you see the Annihilator. Obviously, I was looking at hell. I didn't even, you know, focus it at first, but you take a look at the screen when I put the best 5 up, it literally says there's a ban on Annihilator, and you know, when we're doing operator bans, which I'm gonna be honest with you, shouldn't be something that we consider. I think it should be a gentleman's agreement. Seeing Annihilator pulled and then everyone dip out of the lobby, that is just us missing out on the action.
yeah, I was sad to see it. Who pulled it out? Was it DST?
I have to say it was DST, 100%. I mean, based off of Zygnus leaving a lobby, it has to be DST, right?
I would think, yeah, but I didn't see who used it actually. Although it makes sense. Who was I watching? It was Overshoot. Overshoot had the Annihilator, was working it up to getting it out and ready to go. Probably just didn't realize. Sad life.
Sag life indeed.
Yeah, I agree. This shouldn't be a thing. We shouldn't have rules that are different than champs. The champs literally tomorrow, but it is what it is.
I mean, these guys have already played. They 100% know. Ban on the Annihilator, obviously, we've still got it up for grabs, and yeah, I mean, we're just getting robbed of the first game of a series. Obviously, bans are 100% in full effect when selected, and obviously, at the beginning of this tournament, we had operator bans due to the fact that Mobile Mayhem rule set at that time was similar, so we kind of modeled after that, and that kind of led us astray because, you know, the focus should be 100% champs rule set. No, you know what? Mobile Mayhem didn't have operator bans. I think they had... I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I want to say it was like...
Bans.
They had gun bans at one point, and then they had unique operators. So I don't know why we had an operator ban even considered. Where does the thought process... I don't know. You know, obviously we're trying to get champs ready, and this is not a champs rule, so...
Yeah,
I think it's going to be...
I don't know why it is.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at it and figure it out, but nonetheless, it is going to be Zygnus taking that 1-0 lead, rolling into the search and destroy regardless, if I'm not mistaken. So, just trying to monitor Discord, make sure we got everything, you know, clear on that end. So,
Yeah, I'm excited for map number 2. I mean, Zygnus, to be honest, Zygnus has momentum anyway, and there's a pretty good chance they're going to take map 1. They came with flying early, but still, you like to see the maps closed out, and you never know. They're ready to come back up the sleeve there for the side of DST, but I guess we'll move on to map number 2 now and take it for what it's worth. Should be exciting map number 2 coming up.
We'll have to find out now. The players ready and still got one more ready to go. Make it 2 now as Ovi shoots doubles back, maybe trying to figure out what's going on with the operators. And, you know, obviously we had a discussion in Discord. It's, you know, established that we've got, you know, operator bans, and everybody knows it. So, nonetheless, it is going to be the search and destroy. 1-0 lead in favor of Zygnus. We didn't quite get to that, you know, 200 thresh mark for Zygnus, but they were racking up some points. That didn't mean anything, though. I mean, we saw Upper Echelon got a sell a bag earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, they were up by 96 and still lost. So anything's possible. It happens for sure. We'll see how things start with search and destroy here. And again, I haven't watched DST for a long time, so I don't know what modes they're strong at and much of their tactics. I mean, Zygnus looking the better team by far. That first one, Obi shoot looking pretty good, but other than that, Zygnus looking like they were the better team. Oh, nice flank there. Oh, Juice shuts that down though. Desperado just gets the 1 kill. Trades coming from both sides here, and it does favor DST heavily. They're up by 2 men now. Zai trying to get some back in the board. Telia's going to take 1. Push towards this B-bomb site. I'm sorry, there's still 3 left. I thought somehow I missed the Juice was alive.
Yeah, well.
3-on-3 here. He's right here. Gets the kill there with Obi shoots. Now they have man advantage here. And then Telia gets another one, so now it's all up to Snicks. They've got the trade in, though.
Ooh,
there
that's
goes
tough.
down by Juice.
Yeah, that's a god tier flank too, Snakes. It just took too slow to develop. Obviously, you were looking at catching Zai off guard, planting the bomb. That's a free kill, but the remainder of your team kind of just left you hanging dry, and certainly the flank was perfect. It just needed to be a little quicker. So I love the mindset, love the mentality. It was a close one. 3v3 at one point. It came down to a 1v3, and obviously Zygnus, they pick up the slack even after losing a few early on. Now as here comes the push, it's an aggressive one. They are looking for blood. Tio not slowing down the momentum, but it's a good old 2-for-1. Snicks, Detry, they combined for 3, and that is going to be enough for a 4v2 now as bomb's down. And Zai and Envoy, Zai's actually dead in the water, and Envoy is still lacking in spawn, looking for the push over from the backstab, and he's not going to find it.
Oof, Obi shoot with the wallbang to finish Envoy off. So there you go. Evens that up. DST with a solid response round of their own, trying to get back into the series, and good on them for that one. Snicks with the sneaky play there early on, and once he got moving, he didn't waste his time or his chances. That Mac time to make quick work of those players near. I mean, already 2 rounds in, DST, every member has at least a kill. Inside of Zygnus, we have the Telio and Juice doing all the lifting, with the other 3 members still with Goose Eggs. Again, only 2 rounds in, but very balanced for DST as far as this one. Desperado gets another first blood for his team as Zai goes down. Down in middle there. Man, very aggressive here by Depresso as well. Push up.
Yeah, but you can see it. It's a very aggressive push in the pull side again. It's 2 players literally right on the outskirts. They're going to be the last ones alive, and 2 rounds in a row. It looks like Zygnus are going to fumble the bag. It is going to be Snicks on the backside, the pull push. And a very collective round again for DST, as we see they bounce back big. It was like, again, the first round was not a bad round. Obviously, they lost. There was a 2v1 scenario it came down to, but don't get it confused. That round could have gone either way. I think Snicks had the right idea. The team just didn't allow it to develop. So 2 rounds in a row, we see Zygnus flopping. Right now, we're going to see if they can bounce back, because the recovery has been massive for this team. They have some of the best talent in LATAM has to offer, and Tio, he's one of them. He has put his name up there, finds the 2-piece. And a massive one to open the floodgates here on the A site, and that might be the key to success. He frags out, the bomb goes down, now it's all a matter of defending the bomb site.
Yeah, it's a really hard bomb site to break too, this one is. At least I find. There we go though, they're coming combined for 2 kills, so now it's down to a 2-on-2. It was a 4-on-2. Still a hard bomb site to take though. Definitely advantage defenders. They're gonna push up the top of the jungle here. Ribbon kills fine, but the trade comes in here for the Telia. Now it's down to a 1v1.
Oh, he's hopping the plant. He's hopping the defuse. He has no idea. Tio making the flank himself, gets the info from the teammate. He said, hey, I watched Skill Cam Bros continuing to walk forward. Let him know. Big brain plays there. The bomb 100% left unattended. Tio had no idea what was going on. Obviously, he was trying to play a little bit of time and ended up being his downfall. So a perfectly executed bomb push. Comes down to a 2v2 scenario, and you got to give it to the boys over at DST. They reel it back in for 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, Depresso and Cecilia both playing incredible. We see 6-2. Oh, a collab there by Dietrich. He gets them lined up there. Depresso gets another one there, so down very early by man advantage once again here. Now it's all to Envoy once again. Very fast round here. Body's dropping like crazy. As I say, Cecilia was the 63 still. Man, Laska comes in here. Depresso's 8-1 right now, man. 8-1 through 5 rounds. The man is absolutely on fire, and he's not dying.
No, he's doing everything he needs to do to extend this series. Obviously, they didn't get a chance to fight back for, you know, a little bit of a comeback in that hard point. So maybe they're feeling a little ticked off. Maybe they're feeling like they, you know, need this game to extend it because Control could be a toss-up right now. Summit is the primary game mode for, or map for that game mode, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a blender of a map itself. Depresso doing a great job of finding first blood. Sniggs finds his 6th, and that's gonna be Envoy dropping the bomb. Kimwax able to quickly retreat and get one, but Tatio now on the A side all by himself. Zai holding the waters. He's looking for the push. The bar site looking to maybe serve a couple cold ones, but right now the shot's got to be crisp because you got a player disadvantage, and the bomb's going to go down. You got to play your P's and Q's. Ovi, baby! The Locust, just so damn nasty. Depresso going to find the last one, and that is a 5-round in a row pickup for DST. I'm talking about these guys came in with a chip on their shoulder, homie.
Yeah, no kidding. They go with the defensive round over, up 5-1. So really good chance for DST to even this series up. We might actually get to see back another hard point there and get back to map 4. But 10-1 Depresso. Is this man ever gonna die? If there was kill streak, man, there's something I kind of wish they had in COD Mobile 2.
Yeah, like rollover streaks for search and destroy rounds.
Yeah, they still have one out of the other.
Yeah.
Imagine getting the prejudice of the defense. This is cool to see in COD Mobile, right? Depresso gets another one there. It's up to 11 now. I just wonder if he's ever gonna die now. He's starting to look invincible here. No one's able to touch him. Finally, every player has a kill on the board there. Zai finally gets one here, but then Zygnus getting no play pretty heavily in the search and destroy. And to be honest, I'm kind of surprised. The response here from DST is crisp. I'm liking it.
Yeah, I'm liking it too. I mean, obviously they're coming in like madman. The gun, he's on point. Rounds the kitchen counters right here. The roundabout is money room is the objective. You can see they're trying to make the push to A. Just blind to play a little bit of time. He's not going to be able to do it, and that is going to be Envoy. He's going to be cornered inside the court. No, he's going to take things in his own hands and rounds the quarter to his fate. Admirable fight, but, homie, it was 2 for, 1 in that gunny. There was no way unless you just happen to get the god tier, lineup, and it just didn't happen that way. So, big bounce back round 6. Well, he killed Depresso. I mean, he won't get that glide in the next round. We don't have to worry about that. Obviously, we don't have to worry about it because there's no glides, but the search, man. Right?
Oh, man. Well, let's see if Zygnus can fight their way back. But, man, DST, after that opening round, they are looking solid as hell. Ooh! Okay, there are a couple of fights coming for Zygnus, and that's all to Depresso now. I mean, if anyone knows he's going to do it, it would be him. But 1v3 is pretty tough odds here. Bomb is down. He has to retrieve that as well. So this is the Depresso got his work over him. He's 11-2, but this is going to be this would be a clip for sure if he gets it.
Said earlier he looked untouchable, right? Well, we've seen the kinks in armor. We've seen him, fall victim one time. Right now, he's going to take shots. And the one that gets away, Zai, he does escape with the 1 shot health. Is going to be able to recover. So, team's going to rally behind this bomb site because bomb's down and they know it. So, they don't have any reason to move. And with the information they got from that, CBR shots, kind of know that, he's forcing those close quarter combats. Finally able to deal with Zai, but, I mean, with 48 seconds on the clock, do you really need to push this, Just? He says, hell yeah, he pays price to press all. Oh my god, that was just not, I mean, you got to play your 2s here. I mean, I get it. You got big cojones, right? You want to flex, you want to show off, you want to get that gunfight, but if you happen to lose and you let him clutch this 1v3, that round's going to come back and haunt you.
Especially when you're pushing the guy's the guy's 12-2 and you decide you're going to try to chase him down solo. I don't know. It doesn't seem like I mean, it is what it is now. They have to deal with it. Envoy trying to close it out. Envoy, luckily for Zygnus, will close this round out. It was a 3v1, ends up in a 1v1 situation. Envoy able to close it out. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The 2s definitely would have, I think, made the round a little bit easier there for Zygnus. But nonetheless, they managed to get the round and keep things alive for at least one more.
Well, see if they are able to bounce back again, as they are able to stay alive and keep the dream. This search and destroy comeback up, just picking up where he tried to leave off on last round. As he finds first blood. Is Zai going to fall? 1 shot yet again. Detri is dropped. Presso's still alive. That does not give me much hope. He rounds the corner. Just going to get his revenge as he's already taken bullet sticks. Going to be taken down as he finds one. It's 2 for 1, though, as one player left. Make it 4 for 1 now as Irving. Irving gang, are you in chat? Are you live and strong? Well, here it comes. It's a 1v4. This is what you've been waiting for. The clutch. Is it going to happen? He takes down Just. Chemwax going to be able to finish the deal, and we're going to another round, 6-3. The fight in Zygnus is still there. I see it. The spark. They're not giving up.
Yeah, down by 5 rounds, search and destroy. That's a pretty large deficit, but yeah, you're right. They're not giving up. They're still trying to push back here, and the players there, you know, you see Chemwax and Zy starting to pick up a couple kills there. They've kind of struggled throughout the majority of this map thus far, but starting to get things going a little bit faster here now, and Depresso now starting to have a few rounds where he's been taken down finally, so Zygnus getting some traction here. And kind of a hesitant push here. DSC's kind of sitting back, waiting for an overextension kill, I think. They're kind of picking their way through the middle of this map very slowly.
Well, there goes the fake smoke. It is, yeah, might be a good approach, but you can see it. Envoy's not fooled. He's going to go ahead and push right through it. He's looking for the smoke on the opposite end. He's going to find shots on ones, and Tio's going to be able to finish him off, and that is a big brain play. Envoy reads the decoy. Is not fooled. They deal with the demon. I don't know what Depresso, like, translates to in Spanish. I'm sure it's like something demon or demonic, or I'm just kidding. Obviously it's I don't know. I don't know what it obviously is, but if I had my guess, it would definitely be demon.
Man, just takes no issue too. So 3-on-3 now. See if Zygnus can do it once again and force another round. I say after this round, if they can win this one, this will start to look like a map again, like a matchup. Irving gets one there, shutting that down though. So now, oh, down to a 2-on-2 as soon as I say it, though. Envoy even sync right back up, and then Zy gets another one there on D-Tree. Now it's all to Irving once again. Oh man, gets a lot of damage there, but unable to finish off his kill, and Zy. Don't repick that with the sniper. He gets to repick it anyway.
Oh!
And, yeah, he gets down there, but like.
Yeah, the body shots. Brass balls here from Envoy. My guy has the nerves of steel. Clutched the 1v1 against the demon and Depresso earlier. Well, guess what? My guy is not phased by the face of being, you know, defeated in a search and destroy by 1 round, right? There it is right there. He's going to push up. He's going to get the body shots, and things are getting tense. My God, are you feeling it now? Are you starting to feel the competitive spirit default? What are we seeing here? This is the comeback of a lifetime. Zygnus just absolutely not giving up, and right now they are kind of balling out. I mean, but they need to, because they need to keep this dream alive for the search and destroy, and maybe even a 3-0 around the corner.
Yeah, if they can pull this one off, I definitely think it would probably be pretty deflating if you're on the side of DST if you do end up losing this. But they still got 2 more chances here to close this out before they do with overtime. This one next round, and first blood comes in here for Depresso, so they're off to a good start, trying to close it up for the side of DST. Overshoot gets another one there, and Detilio down, and oh, Chemwax was down too, and now it's all of a sudden a 5-on-2. So Zygnus for 3 rounds in a row, but they're in dire straits now. Bomb going down as well, and 5-on-2. Obviously, the odds are heavily stacked against him at this point. Zach on the corner here, misses the shot. No issue, he'll go down as well. Envoy gets one, but he's the last one standing here. 1v5 clutch, that'll be legendary. He gets the second one there, so now there's
he's not scared. Look, it's a 1v5. You got to make these bullets count. Envoy, he is looking for blood. Fortunately, he's going around the corner. And guess what? That is going to be D-Tree right there holding it down. He knows what the game is. He knows what the plan is. He knows what's going on. He shuts it down, but good night. Some hard-fought rounds there from Zygnus. Just not enough to extend it. It's finally, they're able to put the nail in the coffin. That's DST finding one on board for themselves. So here we go, baby. Body shots or not, we're here for a game 3 and guaranteed a game 4. 14 on board for the Demon, Depresso. Top frag. Nobody even nearly close to him. I'm gonna look at it. Just had his fair shots. He had 10, 9 for Envoy. My guy, I don't know anybody else who has just that BDE energy from anywhere else other than Envoy. My guy is just a pure heart and soul. He don't care what the count is. My guy is shooting bodies. Love it right now. 7-4 win, DST. They take, you know, a game for themselves and they even it up. Now, we're going to be moving over the control. Who's going to take the advantage after that? I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. Both of you showed a lot of competitive spirit there in that last map there. Towards the end, Zygnus pushing like that, and then DST managed to come with that final clutch round there. They stopped that last one, so I don't know. I like to see that. Lots of competitive spirit on both sides, and Zygnus looked really good in the first map, but Search and Destroy DST has a nice response, so we'll see if going back to... I kind of like Control. It's like a cross between Respawn and Search and Destroy. It's a little more limiting, but then... Respawn, but a little more action than Search and Destroy. So I kind of like it. You have like 3 very different paces now in the game, and I'm really enjoying that dynamic.
Oh,
be
true,
honest.
true.
So I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
Zygnus-
it's its own vibe. It's like it could be fast paced if you make it. It's slowed down, kind of like Search or Destroy. If you make it, it's just really how you play it. Right here, Summit. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna be like a roller
Yeah, this is
derby,
gonna be
bro.
bad.
They're gonna be like 90-0 the whole time. You're gonna be
But
seeing
bad.
players getting knocked on their ass, trying to get back up, and then just getting knocked right back down. I mean, I can guarantee you, it's a 100% chance of body shots. And that is 100% in the forecast. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We're
And
definitely
it's
going to
gonna
see
do it
that
again.
one. Competitive spirit is high. And DST, they might have taken this game, but we'll see if Zygnus can bounce back and deliver harder and strike harder here. I'm reading in chat, or I'm not reading in chat, I'm reading in Discord. Apparently, it's translating to depression or depressing. And there was nothing depressing about that Search and
Yeah,
Destroy
makes sense.
performance. I mean, that was just on top, uncanny. Top
Maybe
rope
it's for the other
performance.
team.
True.
Depressing
Very true.
to play against, maybe.
All right,
So
let's
let's
see
see
if
how they
it's
go here.
continuing on.
Yeah, you're right. This is gonna be a bloodbath. Absolute bloodbath. I expect this here. Summit's a very fast-paced control map. I don't like this map for control a lot, to be honest. But I mean, it's always a blast as far as action goes. It's really hard to play defense in this one. So I guess in some ways it might be kind of a good thing, because usually defense is like by far the heavily advantaged side. But I don't know if that's the case on Summit. It seems to be a little more even. Actually, quite a lot more even.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you off the rip. We're already looking at players not even learning from games past. I already see Annihilators in the mix for Depression and Overshoot. This might be an L. Obviously, it's the Annihilator that we're looking at to be banned, as well as the Purifier. They just didn't want to see it on the table. And I mean, I don't know if it's gonna get to that point. We're gonna see mistakes of Game Pass continue here. But off the rip, I can go ahead and tell you, 7-kill advantage for Zygnus. They don't care how they take it. They want the win. They're starting off on the right foot.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're up by 6 kills now already, and the 7 now as Envoy comes with us with another one here. Yeah, I think you're right. They're up with this Annihilator today. I think DSC doesn't realize once again it's going to be a second forfeit for Annihilator potentially. Or if we get the 2-piece there, try to get his team a little back a little bit. Still, decent kill advantage here. Dietrich, nice kill to spawn there. Normally, that's not how that story goes. You're just coming in to spawn, but he manages to pull it off, gets the kill there. Starting some progress here in the B flag. That first tick is starting to work towards their second. Time ticking down though. We're halfway through their time here and halfway through that first point, so pretty balanced round thus far, aside for the 6-kill advantage here that Zygnus has worked up. 7 now, just gets that one there in Depresso. And Depresso not picking up where he left off at all, still 0 kills here, halfway through this first round. The only goose egg left in the game, and Juice is 5-1 here, just rather. Gets a hunter killer out, they get shut down finally.
So Depression is certainly one of those, features of bipolar. Trust, I know. I mean, you go through those states. Maybe you should just change it to bipolar, because it's day and night performances. You saw very highs up in the Search and Destroy. Right now, we're seeing the lows of lows. The dude's sitting on a breadstick. He's got the Mac 10 in hand, and Depression finally starting to kick in. Might be filling it himself now. There's 15 seconds left on the clock, 16 to make it exact. But here comes the push from Depresso himself. He's starting to get things heated up. One shot, Kimwax. Gonna be able to finish it off, but it was a little questionable. 5 lives remaining, 11 into 4th, make it 3. Zygnus is just rolling all over it. And they are not giving any kind of breathing room here for DSC to perform.
Yeah, they can't even spawn hardly. Zai finishes it off there. 10 kills left on the board, and solid first round there. Man, oh man. So yeah, good first round there by Zygnus. And I'm really hoping the Annihilators don't get popped, but they're getting close to full, so I guess we'll find out very soon. We'll see what the defense looks like here, but that was a really strong defensive round for Zygnus. And I'm not sure if that's because it was just Zygnus playing defense, or if that's just
We've taken the lead.
I mean, this map, like I said, I didn't think this map was going to allow for defense to be that dominant, but we'll see how the offense goes. If it's the same story, although 3 opening kills all on the side of DSD, so maybe the defense is still more advantage than I thought it was.
Possibly, but you're also looking at the hill being hopped a little sooner. Granted, it's the same results. 5-kill advantage still in favor of, we'll make it 6 now as you see it in DSC. Maybe the defense definitely has a little bit of an advantage in that regard, but all about that silver lining. Right now, that silver lining is in the form of Tatio. He's going to be able to find one in enemy territory, but he is dropped almost instantly after doing so now. It's not a lot of pressure being applied to either flag, but here it comes. It is going to be Zai with the opening right there. Envoy picks up the refrag. Just starting to pop off now as the Sparrow's pulled. Not going to find very much with it. Depresso finding 2. Slow to start, quick to finish now is pressure. 50 seconds on the clock. Zygnus have yet to get a single flag cap. They do have 1 tick on B, though.
One tick on B, but they're down by 8 lives now, 7 lives now as well. So that's a pretty big deficit to try to overcome. They're down by that many lives, only 1 tick of progress. I think, man, Dietrich's going ham here.
I just watched Just walk right into it. He's like running from one demon right into another, and it was in the form of the gravity vortex. That's a rip.
Sad life, sometimes it's unavoidable. So many operator skills being used in God M2. It's hard to prepare for all of them at once. It's easy to forget what exists at time. And the gravity vortex, I'm not very good with it, but some of my friends are very, very, yeah, they can make a lot happen with it. It's a unique operator for sure. There's none quite like it.
I think it's more so less like a denial tool. Like you put it somewhere on a point, you know, just don't let them travel past. And obviously that was kind of the instance there. You cannot safely pass through the bottom side of that catwalk right here. Catwalk is going to be heavily occupied, and there is not a lot of hope for Zygnus to close this attack round out. It's 7 life advantage, make it 6, and there it goes, a nade shot. I mean, literally, you could just fire away on this map, and you're bound to hit somebody with something at any given point. It's just that tiny. Well, I mean, let's roll it into this 3rd round. This second for the attack on DST. We did elicit it with him. We got a brief one. We're going to go ahead and hear how the defense sounds. We're going to go ahead and get geared up for our first HyperX listening. It is going to be with Zygnus as they are preparing for another stout defensive hold. Can they be as flawless as they were earlier?
Atrás, en el spot. Atrás, güey.
Nieve, sigue un tirito, güey.
A lo mejor va a querer hacer punch-up, cuidado.
Bueno, cuidado verde.
Barriles, cuidado, barriles están.
No veo nada de barriles. Top.
Tiene un tiro verde, güey. Muerto en punto.
Tiene un tiro. Está con.
Cuidado.
Entonces vamos a limpiar, güey. Ah, no es cierto.
Drone. Hay barriles. Con ahí uno, me ayudan con.
Oscuro en la esquina, güey. Oscuro. Ah, estoy marcado, güey. Voy a caer atrás, güey.
Ah, está en PC, güey. PC, está ahí, PC. Bueno.
Toca. Top. Alguien, ayúdame, top.
Hay que limpiar.
Oscuro dos. Buena carrera. Tiene que meterse,
¿Cuántos los dos,
Estoy marcado, güey.
¿Cuántos 3?
Vamos ganando vida, tranqui, estamos ganando vida. Quédate ahí, ahorita yo
En punto, está en punto. Tengo drone, si quieren.
Oscuro. Top muerto.
Bueno, si es contra, pues estaría bien, güey.
Es lo que está haciendo. Uno top, les llega top. Cuidado con las vidas.
Está en verde.
Cuidado con las vidas, empatamos.
Top muerto uno.
Bueno, güey.
Uno verde, está capturando.
Portón y top, dos top. Salta Nemo y salta.
Simón, estoy solito aquí, güey.
Estos dos top, dos top.
Voy contigo.
Me llevas ahí como un año, cabrón.
Sí, güey. Es que estoy disputando nada más, güey. Bueno, güey.
Amarillo un tiro, te digo, amarillo, tío. Tienes uno a la izquierda.
Cuérdame.
En amarillo, 3 amarillos.
5 vidas, 3 vidas. Trata de
Van oscuro.
Punch-up, chis. O alguien que haga
¿Cuántos te tocado?
Main de top. Son dos pushando.
Cuidado con el arco.
Algo en punto.
Deja que captura, no importa.
Bueno.
Bueno, güeyes.
Era mi loco.
¿En dónde estaban?
Entonces,
sí.
All right, there you go. Defense not as flawless as it was in the first portion of the defense, but solid approach nonetheless. They do give up that A site, which is, quite all right. They reel it back in with some kills of their own. And now they're going to be able to attack for themselves, opening up with some big kills. As a matter of fact, there's going to be trades coming through, and Detri just continuing to wreak havoc here with this grab vortex.
Yeah, no kidding. 6 with a flank here. He's going to start to spawn kill a little bit. Gets one, that's all he's going to get out of it. Kimak's going to shut him down there. Man, I'm not going to lie, that was the best offensive effort we've seen so far in this particular map here. That was a pretty close finish there. Zig just pulled away towards the end of it, but man, DST was really putting the pressure on there for a while. They got the 1 point completely capped and for decent progress on B, so good to see you to them here. Kimax with the spare ready to go. Again, I guess, man, I say that I didn't think defense was going to be that much easier, but so far, again, we have 3 victories for defense, and this A cap's going quick, though. Zygnus just seconds away from closing that, and they get it. So wow, the A flag capped already, and now it's just down to the B flag, and they already have a 4-life advantage. This could be it. Zygnus could take this one out,
yeah.
and this could give them the lead for sure.
Oh, great time
numbers,
management. Yeah, they've got the numbers. They've got the great time in management. It's 2 minutes on the clock. They're already hopping the B site. This is where you got to slow things down. You can't get back into the rush and the blender of things. You can't deliver kills to your opponents for no reason. Right now, you got plenty of time to play with. Slow it down. Reel it back in. Zai's doing a great job putting pressure on the spawn. He's going to round the corner, does not peek that right side, and sure enough, there's Detry in the backside. 25 on board for the man. Defense starting to finally settle back in. Now is Zygnus. They're not letting their foot off the gas pedal. Chemmax does get taken down. It's a 6-life advantage still remaining. Make it 7. Zygnus, they can close it out right here in this round alone.
Oh yeah, and even if they don't, they have some streaks left for next. They get that drone still, they get the Pred missile, and actually get 2 drones in the Pred missiles. So, or 3 drones, Mike, they have enough drones to last an entire round. For Zygnus, if they don't manage to close it here, but with only 3 kills remaining, I can't imagine they would manage to drop this one.
Nah, there's no dice, no mommies, right? It ain't happening. It is going to be 2 already there. Tatio rushing the spawn, the Madman Depression. Going to be able to find one. Ovi shoot is 1. Ovi shoot away from ending this game, and surely enough, it is Depresso coming through with the heat, the fire. You've got 6 lives remaining there, but Chemwax finally takes care of the demon, and that is it. We are on match point now, as we are looking at a solid effort from DST. Just not enough to extend that control on Summit. Again, it was a blender, but a big attack round for Zygnus to reel it back in. They close it out. We're going to be moving over to hardpoint. 3-1 win. Didn't expect it to be like that, but hey, guess what? When you play that well, and you play your numbers, and you play your time, and you hop the hill accordingly, and you play that hill almost perfectly, there's no way you're going to lose it.
Yeah, they did play a very strong last round there. I mean, that was the best offense we saw. And like I said, I've seen this pattern a few times where the stronger team oftentimes will end up getting the offensive round, making it 3-1. We've seen that happen a few times now this season. I'm not sure what it is about it, but it seems like if a team's going to win offense, it's usually round 4. Or if you're Tribe, it's just whatever round they happen to play.
Well, I mean, that's an awful lot of gas for someone who's not playing tonight. Obviously, we were supposed to see the Mayhem and Tribe fight tonight, but guess what? We're not going to have a fight night. Mayhem, they forfeit. They don't want to see anything on the main stage. I respect it, right? We got stage 3 right around the corner for them, and unlike Latham, they haven't played it yet, so there is still like that pedestal of being put on the platform of, you know, being highlighted and broken down, and, you know, a little bit of time to do a little bit of VOD review. They don't want anything to do with that, and that's completely up to them. So, Tribe, they are going to be able to receive those points, but that's not about Tribe. It's about Zygnus right now. 32-17 from a man, Zai. He put on a clinic with 2 objectives as well, too. Just an overall great performance so far in the series.
Yeah, no, that was his best map out of the 3 for sure. But like, yeah, he was on fire. He was in the zone, just wasn't missing anything. He was just making all the right moves pretty near. Almost a picture perfect game from him. Like, you couldn't ask for more. Going in here, they give them the chance to close this out here at map number 4. Zygnus looking pretty good. They had such a strong start in the last hard point. We'll see if that continues here. See if DST plays this one a bit stronger out of the gate. The last one had a hard point. Obviously, Zygnus started it with a massive advantage. So I'll bet you the DST will start this note a little bit more chippy. I'm betting anyway. I still think Zygnus is a better hardpoint team, but I want to see what kind of response DST has from like.
You know, admins don't start it just yet. My game just crashed, and I guess it's with perfect timing since we haven't started it. Thank God. Cross my fingers, hope to die. We ain't started yet, did we?
Yeah, it started. It started.
It started? Oh my God! Give me a second. I gotta collect myself. All right, while we're doing that, you know, good night, bro. Just absolutely awful timing. Freak. I'm gonna restart the app completely and hope that we're able to get into it still, but I don't know if it's gonna allow me to, since we'll find out though. This is a major L.
Zygnus is slaying out hardcore once again. Only 3 kills on the board for all of DST, and Zygnus is just absolutely lighting the kill feed up right now. They're all over things. Your man Zai has not slowed down one bit. He's 8-0 so far. He's already got the drone board, already used a Pred missile. Tick away from a Goliath here as well. So Zygnus just not slowing down at all. Irving and Dietrich and Snicks all still with 0 kills on the board. Zai is going to get shut down before he gets that Goliath, so he'll finally go down. But every player in Zygnus at least double positive right now. Amazing start for them. They have the early rotation. Everything's going their way. Obishoot here, the only player in his team with too much traction. Depresso is getting shut down once again there by Just. Obishoot's going to try to push into the point here early, make that early on break. They're pushing from both ends. Dietrich might get this jump here a little bit because everyone else is spawned up by trailer, but he's the lone survivor. His team that spawned down on the bottom side of the map here. And so far, he's gone through undetected. He's getting a chance to get 2 big kills. He's going for the first one. His eyes going to shut him down. He gets turned on already. So that was the chance, but it does not come to anything. In the end, he gets shut down. Tatila's picking up some more kills here. They shut down the tunnel. Ripping pass through, though, and finally clears the tunnel space. Gives his team some traction to get up to some more even footing here. Reggaeton coming in here, and the last man holding it here is Just on the side of Zygnus. Just continues to hold off. Nice double for him there. 3 spree in total here. Gets the time to reload here, and only a single point in the board here for DST up to this point.
All right, finally load again. Firing range hardpoint. Thank God. I'm so sorry, chat. It crashed as I was trying to get out of the pregame lobby. So, I mean, as Default was just saying, it was a pretty slay-out game so far for Zygnus. You can see it on the screen. Break does finally come through in that P2, and the good thing for DST is they're connecting the dots here in the P3 site. As you can see, Zygnus, they are on the outskirts here on the last little bit of trickle time. They're going to be on the outskirts on the opening point as they're going to be looking to make the break. They're going to be able to do it. Is the operators coming through in full effect. They have no time wasted and hop it with not even 10 seconds on the point, and Zygnus are already back in it.
Man, Zygnus is just playing a picture-perfect finish here. They've played such a strong hardpoint game today, and I want to see some finish out, so I'm curious to see if they can take it the distance and finish as strong as they start. DST last time was starting to build a little bit of momentum. Not a lot, but like as the first map ended early, like they were starting to push back a bit, and it was looking a little more interesting. So I'm just kind of see if we see that pattern again, but right now Zygnus is continuing their steamrolling here. Man, Tilio here with the Sparrow.
Yeah.
Oh, you get picked off here. Just the trade in.
That's an even trade. Yeah, you still got Envoy in the hill, so no harm, no foul. You push out, you get a little greedy, get a little overzealous. With only 15 seconds left, it's not plenty to lose. And we're looking at a similar picture being painted from the first hardpoint, minus the what was it? The DQ. Obviously, the Annihilator popped earlier. They've learned from that now. I can see Overshoot is not using the Annie. He does have the Sparrow, and there it goes. It's going to be popped. They're looking for a make-or-break push here on this P4 site, and they are pushing through a dangerous jungle site alley, which is going to be shut down from the opening push. A wasted operator, but it is going to be Detri there to get the trade. Here comes the grab Vortex. Perfect positioning, able to find one. Here comes Snicks to steal the deal. He's not going to be able to do it. Depression. Looking for the shots, but it is very depressing indeed now as the break going to be sustained. And Zygnus, they're going to be able to remain on the point, minus the 2 that are still there now. Oh, big kill. So maybe the hill is broken. I don't know. Well, there it goes. Now. Yeah. Hard fall.
So Zygnus gets it back here. 20 seconds left. Lots of left time here. And, oh, big effort there with my Snicks up top here, so he's going to keep the favorable spawn position. Looks in for more and whiffs him for some of those shots. Kibwax can get the kill there. Surviving, and there's a shred of health. I don't know how that man is still alive, but he is. So up top here, he's going to keep his life, keep that 2 spree. Gets close to it. So Zygnus still with a pretty solid lead, but not much traction gained on that hill. Pretty even battle, so that was the first hill we've seen them do splits on. We'll see if DST can improve upon it and continue to make a bit of a push here to make this thing a little more interesting, but still, again, not even halfway to the score yet. I guess, yeah, just a little over halfway there for Zygnus. So there's still lots of game left in this one. Plenty of time left. No one hopping on the hill here early up. We have Just up on the tower here. Always a strong position to hold here, and he got up there without getting picked off, so that's good for Zygnus. They have the favorable spawns. They got the trailer side. I say that as Overshoot spawns in bathrooms here. He gets pushed up a little bit too far. Maybe tried to spawn trap one a bit far here. So Overshoot kind of right at the middle, gets 1. Looks for the second one there, and Zai's going to get shut down. And trailer control now on the side of DST, so they flip things around here. Not 20 points gained for either team here. Again, this middle point, if you have trailer control, you can just shoot right into it and clear the kill pretty much at any time it will. Kill feed lights up there for Zygnus. Trying to get the man at a tower here is Detri. Unsuccessful, not able to land those shots.
Yeah, my guy has been up there since the beginning of P1, bro. Is like, they don't need to hop the hill. They already got a lot of points, right? Go ahead and put a demon up top and Justin. He was just making it rain. I mean, he's up to 23 right there, making 24. He's going to get taken down. Irving now trying to make something shake here on this transition. It has been a rocky one indeed. You start off in a big slump, 140 to 35, but we've seen bigger comebacks, right? We've seen pretty sizable comebacks in our first series of the night, so we'll always keep that dream alive. But with the drone going up and the streaks starting to pile up, that time on this P2 rotation certainly going to be very, very much needed. And there it is, the break. Even though the drone's up in the air, the bird's eye view is not going to be up there for use. It is going to be the break in favor of DSC, and this might be the break that they need to turn it around.
And we'll get shut on 2 as the push continues coming in here. Healing with that Sparrow now, gonna try to get some progress there. Takes the man up by truck. Looking from backside of the point, and they're starting to pick this apart. The break comes in for them. Very, very clean play here by Zygnus. They broke that. No one's on hill yet, though. They still haven't capitalized on any of the points, and I'm not sure if that's intentional. Probably not. Ember finally gets in there, gets things up. They still have a drone left. Actually, 3 drones, is it? Yeah, 3 drones left on the side of Zygnus, so they have to light the map up for quite a while if they would choose to. They work away and get that lead. It's more or less even for the last couple hills. Get a little bit of advantage here for Zygnus in this one. And the rotation is soon going to be thought about here. You're going to see Just the Man for his team trying to work over in that, but he's going to have to deal with Snicks and Dietrich on the opposing side. They're going to gun him down, so DST here with the rotation and trailer. This can be a money hill. For DST here, there's no reason why it couldn't be. They're set up with every opportunity to hold it. All the players in favorable positions, so we'll see how long they can hold it and what they can make of it. Tatio's going to bring his drone out now and try to get some information for his team. But he's actually going to suicide with the drone after a very short spree with it there. But the break does come in, it's enough. Justice inside the hill now, Irving trying to push it, and Irving gets the better of that gunfight, gets traded out right away though. And Zygnus holding that hill, drone up in the air once again here by Zy. Or no, not Zy, who is the drone up right now? Show one in the sky. Yeah, it's down now. We're up to man, okay, so 105 point lead now for Zygnus, and they have the kill. Keep building on this, and this is getting to be a very desperate situation here for DST. Their chance of extending this night is getting pretty thin.
Yeah, it is, and with that being said, with sounds of victory right around the corner for Zygnus, we're going to go ahead and queue in for a quick HyperX listen in for the first time. If things manage to turn around, we'll try and do one with DST, but from the looks of it, looks like it might already be over with. We'll see how the sounds as we jump in for that HyperX listen in with Zygnus.
Me voy en voy.
Top madera, Simón. Top madera, pilas top madera. Tengo drone.
¿No tienes a la derecha?
Muerto.
Otro madera, baños.
Larga, ayuda, larga.
¿No? Voy.
Hay uno larga, me mató.
Déjame los puntos.
¿Lo mataron?
Trailer.
Simón.
Cállate un tiro.
Nadie larga.
Un punto.
Ventana de madera.
¡Cabo!
Larga.
Arco pivo.
Vamos larga, dejen de ir juntos.
Aguántenme, tengo drones, espérense.
Arco en madera, no piques uno.
Uno
Están tiro.
baños.
Ahí está, marcados, márcalos de baños si puedes.
Ya, solo hay uno en el laboratorio de baños, güey.
Está a punto.
Muerto ese güey, te tengo.
Otro más, mid. Barriles,
Aparece en el trailer.
Dos en barriles, escuchen.
Me está haciendo gol.
Baños y jungla 2, pushando.
Jungla.
Muerto el jungla.
Y en madera, güey, me entró. Buena.
Torre de tío, no lo mató el
No,
Ya no ganamos con ese.
No, tenía nada. Qué buena, güey. 2 abajo madera, güey.
Muertos.
Con ese no ganamos.
No.
Oh, pues no, mi Kimwa.
Tengo drone.
Rampa, abajo ten.
Ten, salió para medio.
Victory never sounded so sweet. Now 239 and counting. They can literally taste it right here. As you can see, Just right back in his demon spot. Only a few more moments here before you see this one shut down. Is Sparrow's just going to continue to rain? They are griefing. They're not even hopping the hill. They are already knowing they want to continue the shoot. And right now it is going to be 5 seconds left. Not a single soul in sight to contest. Detry the last hope. Irving actually going to make a last attempt. Effort, gets the break, but I mean it's 2:49. It's 1 second. We cannot be too excited. It's Tio hops it.
Finish off, sneaking in
Yeah,
the
and
foul
that's
point.
it. That is
250-83 men. Zygnus,
Woo!
that was very, very, very strong hard point. Start to finish, they played that almost perfect. You couldn't ask for a better finish for them for the night, so they can enjoy their victory there. And for DST, honestly, they look pretty competitive in the control for the most part. And they played a pretty good search and destroy too, like pretty solid in that part. But the hard point, Zygnus outgunned them really hard in the hard point. That was really the deciding factor in this series, at least in my mind, was just how much stronger Zygnus was in the hard point.
I get, you've got to be strong in this hard point, right? This is a game mode where you can close it out on. You have a 2-1 lead. You cannot force a game 5 and expect different results that you got. Yeah, I mean, you go back to search and destroy, and it's uncertainty. I'm not saying that the fight wasn't just absolutely, still in Zygnus at that point. It was just more so along the lines of, I want to be comfortable knowing that I can close this one out. And I don't think there's anything more comfortable than seeing Zy in the top seed spot. 59 seconds on the hill with a 45-24 record. Hot damn, boy, is cooking. He fried into the control, and he kept that same energy here in the hard point. And just right there to accompany him, too, with a 40-23. Just a picture-perfect game for them. 250-83. Didn't even allow their opponents to get to 100. Well-fought victory and well-earned for Zygnus.
Yeah, absolutely. Zygnus is an incredible team, and they've stuck around this competitive scene for quite a while here, and with all 3 of the ups and downs, they've always been a solid team, and they always had that fight in them. And I think that fighting spirit is a lot of why they're able to stick around the scene for so long. So another great performance for them tonight. DST giving it a pretty good effort, like I said, in the S&D and the control. But man, the hard point, Zygnus just ends up taking it. So congrats to them, and I think it's been a good night. No third matchup, but I'm pretty content with the 2 we get to see. You get to see a lot of good games tonight.
A lot of great games tonight indeed. Now, as that is going to conclude all of the action tonight, just to recap everything we had on board, it was a big 3-0 closeout for UD. They start off a little rocky in the hard point, but they get their feet under them, and they fight back and never give up. And surely, hard point standoff is a map that you can be in a blender in, or you can happen to make magic. And that was exactly what we saw there. So a big 3-0 over Upper Echelon or Cold Shower, whatever the hell they go by nowadays. And then our highlight match of the night. Yeah, well, I mean, come on. That's a matter of subject to change as well. As I was reading Twitter earlier, they're looking for a logo. I said, hey, bro, can we get, like, possible name change? Like, come on, 100%. Just, I mean, let it be. Let's get a name change. I can't be going into stage 3 with Cold Shower. And I think they're still going to roll with Cold Shower. But nonetheless, Zygnus, our highlight match, we got our bang for our buck. It didn't quite go to distance, but a very, very well-fought 3-1 win for them. They get the hard point first time for free. Search or Destroy a little bit too much more than they can, bite off. And certainly did not want to see that 5th map, a Search or Destroy yet again. Could have gone either way. I mean, honestly, pretty dominant for DSC in the first Search or Destroy. I think it was a smart move for Zygnus to bring their A-game both into control and that hard point to close this one out. So, default, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Meseeks Sweat League, we take a few weeks off here and there because of Stage 3. That's obviously the priority. But all in all, it's been a dub so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. A lot of the games that I've watched are really intense too, and it gets further on. Obviously, the playoff bracket I'm going to be super excited for, the double elimination with 8 teams, and that's going to be a nice filler tournament for a lot of these players, I think, that are headed to stage 4. It's kind of like the finals of Sweat League should be right in between stage 3 and 4, so that should be a good time there. And I'm hoping that for the playoffs we can get the operator bans taken out.
Oh yeah, 100%. Stay tuned now. Make sure you drop me a follow on Twitter, but also give Meseeks Mobile a follow to keep updated with the score lines and the schedules for the next going through. So if you guys want to stay up to date on that, make sure you hit Twitter for all that or join the Discord. And we're pretty, fluid in both. So we're going to conclude the stream there. Got to give you a huge shout out to the admins for making it happen on the back end. Got to give a huge shout out to HyperX, Trovo, Juju, and SXC Figure Sleep. Make sure you use covert check out. That's right, it is live. Also got to give a huge shout out to Default, also putting a lot in for us as well as casting, but also on the back end too. So much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be it for the night. We're going to go ahead and send you, fine ladies and gentlemen, over to your favorite streamer next. Don't know who it's going to be. Might be a mystery. We'll figure it out. Till then, we'll see you next time.
Have a good night.